recent convert to humanism, literally. For 20 years, I was a lay Christian preacher, the Turner Byrne version. You know, you didn't want to meet me, really. As an atheist, you didn't want to meet me.
Turner Byrne.
Turner Byrne. You know, that was my format. But however, like yourself, Tim, I still haven't told my mother I'm not a Christian no more. She still thinks I'm marrying her. So I may get the humanist sort of celebrate side of it first. Absolutely. Sorry, she's on Facebook. This is my way of slipping out.
Just tell her you love her.
I love you. I don't love Jesus, but I love you. Okay, so school speaking. I think it's Salvador, and he's not as good a comedian as you. Ricky Gervais said the best way to stop people being religious is not to teach it in schools. And basically keep kids away from it until they're 20. And then talk about religion, because at that stage most of them will reject it as a fairy story. Sorry, as maybe potentially not the best way to go in life. However, that isn't how it works here in Northern Ireland. As you know, you grew up here. If you reach, I'm 50 now, so I went through a lot of the bad stuff and some of the not so bad stuff in this country. And I come from one side of the fence, and some of you people have experienced the other side of the fence, so you know there's still a fence there. And there are still people who bring their kids up with indoctrination. And I'm not against people having personal faith. As a humanist, I want people to be comfortable believing and being who they are. But that's the key, being who they are. So, our way of doing that, well, we can't get religion out of schools, so let's get in there and try and help teach or instruct or assist the teachers to help the kids, as Boyd says, think for themselves, not just run with the indoctrination. So that's kind of where we're coming from. Now, I could wax poetically about a lot of different stuff, but that's generally it. So, if you're not in, you can't win. So that's why I got involved with the school speaking end and the coordinator for it, recently appointed. And we've just trained a load of people, and we have some school speakers in here. I think at the minute we have 14 school speakers. And the idea is to deploy them across the province and get them in to the schools and help sort of balance the education. So we had a new intake of school speakers. I attended this Reconnect, which is a bit of a Land's Den in reverse, because I went along with a bunch of RE teachers in Lagan College and presented this presentation to them. And to be fair, they were okay. They were okay. They didn't need me, and I was only supposed to speak for 15 minutes, but I got 45 minutes because they were very interested in my deconversion story, which is a good way of getting in there and talking to them about why humanism isn't evil or bad, and we're actually, well, present company excluded, pretty nice people. We're pretty nice people. And some of the things that shot off from that were, I got 5 verbal commitments from heads of departments to talk about getting speakers in there, which is really good. It's a good start. It doesn't sound like much, but it's good. We have 1 definite visit confirmed, and I have Julie going along with that. She's not here, but one of the speakers is already confirmed in to go to that, and hopefully we'll get Boyd or someone to go with her. That's a school assembly in a primary school, so they'll go over and talk about humanism to a whole primary school. Now, primary school, you can't really say a whole lot, and you get about 15 minutes, so you've got to keep it simple and on point. So let me just close by saying, children have to be taught to think for themselves. I do not want to fill their heads full of humanist stuff. I want to fill their heads with the ability to work out what they believe for themselves. That's all we can do. If we go the other way, then we're not humanists. Personally, I'm an atheist. But, as we know, there are different forms of atheists. There are those that vary right across towards being agnostic, and there are those who go the other way, who can't even bear to think about anybody even talking about the possibility of an afterlife. So it's a big scale. So having someone believe what I believe wouldn't be right. So when we go in there, myself, the speakers, we're looking to cause the kids to think. And that's what we're about. I'm also their parents. So let me just throw out, we said earlier on we don't ask for recruits? Well, I do, so I am an ex-evangelist and I'm carrying on doing that. I'm not stopping. I'm a humanist evangelist now. Join up. Don't be sitting there, and don't let your friends sit there on the fence, because you sit in the fence or you get scalps. And we don't want to sit in the fence. If you're not in, you can't win. And the silent majority in this country, the people who don't want certain other people dictating what our children hear or learn, will always have their way unless we have our say. And this is your opportunity to have your say. If you're interested in being a school speaker, talk to me, talk to Boyd, talk to Ian. Let me know. I don't know when the next course is being run, but I'm sure there's some way you can help out. And if you know or have any influence in any school or with anyone that can get us in there, please let me know there. You may not be able to go and talk to them, but I certainly will. Okay? It's all about changing the next generation so that we don't have to go through the same stuff that I went through and we went through in schools.